Perfect, perfect, perfect. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Please let me know if you can see me clearly and hear me clearly. Just a thumb up and the fire emoji if you can hear me clearly and see me clearly. Let's plan for a new trading week. We're going to be crushing it this week, guys. We're going to be crushing it this week, whether you like it or not. Let's plan for a new week. Please let me know if you can see and hear me clearly. Let me know if you can see and hear me clearly. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Good. Let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. Perfect. It's winter here in South Africa, and we have to be dressed like this. We're still battling from the winter. Oh, this thing is not coming up. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay, loud and clear. Everyone is saying loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. That's awesome. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Where are you guys watching it from? 10-on-4 copy. Where are you guys watching me from? Please just drop your country flag so that I can do a shout out to a couple of traders. Just drop your country flag so that I can do a shout out to a couple of traders. Where are you guys joining me from? Drop your country flag so that I can do a shout out to a couple of traders. Perfect. Perfect. I can see South Africa in the room. Okay, I can see this should be, is it Norway? Is it Norway or something? I can see Rwanda in the room, Canada in the room, Nigeria in the room. Just drop your country flag and where you're joining me from. I can see, let's see. Okay, let me just mirror my camera. I think it's going to be better that way. Mirror my camera. Let me remove it. That should be perfect. Okay. Tanzania in the room. Nigeria, Vietnam. I was in Vietnam, I think about 3 months ago. So I was in Vietnam about 3 months. Was it 3 months? I was in Nha Trang. Then we also went to Phuket Island. Went Vietnam for almost about 3 weeks. Angola, US in the building, Nigeria in the building, Italy. Yo. We have a lot of people joining us. We have a lot of traders joining us today. Kenya in the building, South Sudan in the building. That's a country I actually want to visit as well. I want to actually visit South Sudan. South Sudan in the building. Lesotho in the, Alan is actually snoring in Lesotho. There's actually snowfall in Lesotho. Is that true? Namibian desert. I want to go to Namibian desert. All these other countries I've been to Lesotho, I've been to all these other ones. Cameroon in the building. Obviously, I'm from Cameroon, so I was born there. So Dubai, the UK. Wow. A lot of South Sudanese in the building. Okay, let's start. Let's go, guys. Let's go. So today's agenda is simple. How do I plan for my trading week? All right. How do I plan for my trading week as a multi-Forex millionaire with 10 years of experience? I used to always tell you guys, nothing happens in Forex trading by accident. All right. Nothing happens by accident in Forex trading. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So by the start of every week, I've already prepared on what I need to do. I've already planned what I need to do, and I execute just that. Meaning throughout the week, I'm just doing what I already planned. So how do I plan for my week? That's what we're going to be covering. And then I'm also going to share my screen to also show you guys some few trades, or to show you guys some key setups which I'm going to be taking throughout the week, so that you have an idea on how I also analyze the market. All right. Just a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I always like to do that disclaimer. This is just this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Make sure you always do your own due diligence before taking any financial advice. All right, or consult your financial expert or certified financial expert. Okay, so that's what I do at the start of every week. Good. Now, before the start of every week, there's something I always like to consider, which is what we call fundamentals. Are there any fundamentals which I need to pay attention to? That's something I do at the start of the week. So we're going to look into that to see if there were any fundamentals over the weekend or any major fundamentals that are going to be coming up. Then when I've already checked and I know if there are going to be fundamentals or not, that will help me to better know how to position myself. You need to learn how to blend fundamentals to trading. When fundamentals speak, technicals listing. Always have at the back of your mind, once fundamentals speak, technicals listing. Everything that happens in the Forex market is powered by fundamentals. It's powered by news. Meaning, no matter how you've done your support and resistance, your smart money concept, your ICT, if Donald Trump comes there and says something, or there's a natural disaster in the United States, it's going to affect the United States dollar, whether you like it or not, whether you've drawn your support and resistance and it's telling you the market is going up and down. When fundamentals speak, the market respects it. So always learn how to blend fundamentals to your trading. So we're going to look on investing.com to see if there were any fundamentals over the weekend. That's point number one. If there were fundamentals over the weekend, then we're going to be expecting gaps, and I will show you guys how to plan and trade those gaps. Number two, are there going to be fundamentals within the week? If there are major fundamentals within the week, how are you going to be incorporating them into your trading? And not just talking about fundamentals, we're talking about major fundamentals. And even when we talk about major fundamentals, there are some of them that I wouldn't tell you to waste your time. There are some of them that you don't even need to waste your time because they don't have any impact in the market. All right. So before we get into that, please make sure you leave a like on the video and share with someone. Leave a like on the video. We have almost about 100 traders watching, so I need 100 likes. All right. Leave a like on the video and share the video with someone, please. Leave a like on the video and share with someone so that we can get into the video. Leave a like on the video and share with someone. Good. So I'm just going to open investing.com, load the chart so that we can actually see what we have on investing.com. Okay, let me see this. I'm just going to open this on a new window. So investing.com. So let me load investing.com. We're going to check to see if there's any major news coming up on investing.com, and also if there was a major news over the weekend. That's very, very important. So I'm just loading in my account. I need to sign in so that I can just load the settings that are already there. Okay, I don't have this account right here, so I need to sign in on the other browser. I'm going to share my screen very soon. Don't worry. I'll share my screen very soon. I'm just loading up the pages. I'm just loading up all these pages. Okay, let's see. Okay, I need to also use this page. I need to also close some tabs so that our computer shows. When we're working on trading view, we don't want anything to be freezing. So I need to also close some of these tabs. We don't want anything freezing. Meanwhile, in the meantime, guys, make sure you leave a like on the video and share with someone. I'm just getting my investing.com ready so that we can see what we need to see without wasting time or without stressing. I also have to close most of these. The tabs are too many, so let me just close these ones. Okay. I just hope my computer doesn't freeze, guys. I have a lot going on my computer. A lot of programs are open. I'm just going to see if I can shut down some of these programs. Force quit. Force quit. Okay, that one is closed. Just a minute. Some of the tabs are taking time to close. That's just to tell you those are the tabs that we're going to be making our computer to freeze. So I need to make sure they are close. I need to make sure they are all close. Sorry about that, guys. My computer is just freezing a little bit, but that's because I'm trying to close a lot of tabs so that we can have a swift session. Come on, computer, you need to respond. MacBook, how can a MacBook be behaving like this? This is insane. I guess that's because we're streaming. We're streaming at the same time. You know, when you're streaming, it's using a lot of resources on the computer. But come on, guys, come on. We need to close this. Come on. Let's just give few minutes. Let's just give few minutes for the pages, all the pages to load up. While in the meantime, if you have any question, you drop it on the comment section. Any question, drop it on the comment section. All right. Any comment, any question you have, drop it on the comment section. And then I'm going to go back again to see if my Chrome is responsive now. Google Chrome, come on, man. Doesn't even want to open at all. All right. All these tabs, I need to close all of these tabs, all of them. I'm losing my patience here, man. I'm losing my patience here. Just when I needed to do live, that's when my computer is freezing. And I can't stop the live to say, okay, I need to switch and go to a different computer. Come on, man. What is actually taking space, making this computer to freeze? Nothing is actually open, for goodness sake. Nothing is open. I just need to force quit and then open again. Damn it. And we need to do this live session. We just need to be patient for the computer to respond. We need to have this live session. You just have to be patient for the computer to respond. Okay, some pages are beginning to open now, so I just have to close them. Come on. Just hang on, guys. Hang on there. This is something beyond our control, but we're getting there. Someone says it must be cool weather freezing the tabs on your computer. This is MacBook Pro, and it's insane to see it freezing like this. This is MacBook Pro. It's never happened like this. Ignore, bro. Ignore. Quit. No, not yet. Report. Quit. Close. Okay. I've shut down almost all the tabs. It just left about 2 or 3. I need to key all the tabs. And I've virtually closed all open programs. My computer doesn't want us to have this live session, guys, but we're going to do it anyway. We just have to be patient. Sometimes in life, we can't rush things. This is beyond our control. Close this one. I'm trying to force quit all open apps. Force quit everything. You need to force quit every open app. Every open app needs to be closed. Come on. Okay, we're almost there. All right. Finally, it's responding now. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now because the computer is beginning to respond. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So the computer is responding now. I had to force quit most of the apps that were on my computer. So the computer is responding now. So let me quickly share my screen. All right. All right. Where's my setting again? All right. Let me flip my camera. Okay. Can you guys see my Chrome? Can you guys see my Chrome? Let me know if you can see my Chrome clearly. Let me know in the comment section if you can see my Chrome. Okay, so you guys say yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so we need to first of all check to see if there were any fundamental news events over the weekend. And just looking, let's start from yesterday to see if there were any fundamental news events yesterday. Fortunately, there were no news events yesterday. Remember, yesterday was Saturday. So you have to always check. You have to always check. Even though the market is closed on Saturdays and Sunday, but there are still fundamentals. The market is still moving. You are just not seeing it on your computer, but it's still moving. So you need to always take into consideration fundamentals so that you can better know what is going to be affecting the market as we go. So let's just see. Yesterday, today there's no fundamental. Tomorrow there's no fundamental. So we are safe. We are safe. Yesterday there was no fundamental news event that we can be worried about. Today there's no fundamental news event that we can be worried about. So expect the market to open where it closed on Friday. That's the first thing you guys need to note. All right. Expect the market to open at the same point where it closes on Friday. We are not expecting any gap in the market because there were no fundamental news events over the weekend. There were no fundamentals that we expect it to gap the market either up or down. So if the price closes here on Friday, expect the price to open around the same point. We are not expecting any gaps. So that's something we've already concluded that by not guessing, but by just using our fundamental knowledge. So there's no fundamental we are expecting. There was no fundamental yesterday. There's none today. Even tomorrow, Monday, there's no fundamental. Let's see for this week what we are expecting. So on Tuesday, we have the RBA interest rate. That's I think the Bank of Australia, right? The Bank of Australia interest rate. That's one we are expecting it to be have a little bit of impact in the market because you can see they're expecting the interest rate to drop to 3.6, even though it was 3.8 previously. So for those of you guys who trade the Australian dollar, this will be at 6:30. This is South African time, so you need to be able to pay attention to this. This news event does impact the market a lot. Then on Wednesday, we have Bank of New Zealand, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. So that one, we are not expecting it to impact the market in any way because the forecast is almost the same as the previous. United States crude oil here at 14:30. That's 2:30 South African time. We're expecting crude oil. They haven't given their forecasted values yet. So we just have to pay attention to this particular column to see the forecasted value that is going to come up so that we can predict from there. The only one that is going to be 2-2, I will advise you close your positions during this period. Don't try to trade during this period. It's going to be during the FOMC meeting minute on Wednesday. During FOMC minute, don't try to be trading. There's no strategy which is for trading the news that is working now. That is very, very profitable as we speak. Remember, when something is not more working, when something is not obsolete, I come here. When something is obsolete, it's no more working, I come here and I tell you guys the truth. News events is very, very trickish for people to make money trying to trade the news. No, but you can use your fundamental knowledge to blend it with your technical trading so that you can have more points of confluences. You can't be able to make it as a Forex trader without knowing how fundamentals even impact those currency pairs you are trading. All right, so that's what we're going to be watching on Wednesday. FOMC, very, very serious. Make sure you close all your trade during that particular period. And then on Thursday, all of this German CPI it doesn't impact the market. Initial jobless claims doesn't impact the market. 30-year bond doesn't impact the market. So on Friday, GDP for Great Britain pound, yes, pay attention to this. GDP also impact the market a lot. So we've concluded from just seeing this particular, from seeing our investing.com, we've come to a couple of conclusions. Our number one conclusion is that we are not expecting any gap. Meaning, if we can come here, let's just come on this particular chart and I'll show you guys. When you say we are not expecting any gap, let's just go right to the end of the chart where we ended on Friday. Where is it? Let's just go to the end of the chart where we ended. Good. So this is where we closed on Friday. I need the pen so that I can show you guys. So we closed on Friday somewhere here. And what we are expecting is the market to open around the same point. There's no fundamental news telling us that the market is going to gap up or down. If there's a fundamental news telling us that, remember, this is gold. If there's a fundamental news telling us that many investors are going to be moving to buying gold because gold is a safe haven asset. Remember, in trading, we have a safe haven asset and a safe haven currency pair. A safe haven asset is something like gold, while a safe haven currency is a currency like JPY. All right. So when there's tumor in the market, when there's instability in the market, traders or investors move to safe haven asset and safe haven currencies. So in our case, the safe haven asset is going to be gold, and for currency, the safe haven currency is going to be JPY. So there was no fundamental news in the market that's causing any panic, that's causing any tumor. So we expect the market to be quiet. We expect the market to open where it closed on Friday. So we expect gold to open at the same point. Now, before we even conclude, so we've already taken that one out of the way. We are not expecting any gap by the open of the market. All right. So this is GUMV. We're going to be using GUMVRO just to do a quick analysis to see trades, possible trades opportunities we can take and possible trades opportunities we should avoid. I can't use GUORB because the GUORB happens in the moment. It happens in the moment. You place your buy and sell stop by the opening of that party. So we can't backtest GUORB on live because we need the market to be open. We need the price to be moving before we can backtest GUORB. But we can use GUMVRO, which is one of the flagship strategy for Golub University, to be able to show you guys what we're going to be expecting and trades you should take. Very, very important. So with that being said, yes, talking about GUMVRO, for those of you guys hearing this for the first time, we're not going into the details of the strategies, assuming you guys have already watched. The videos are already on my page. So you must have already watched the video. You must have already understand how the GUMVRO strategy works. And if you're not yet a student of Golub University, you need to be a student of Golub University so that we are talking at the same wavelength. So that when I come here and I'm discussing some of these things, it's something which is already in your head. It's something you've already heard from me. It's something you are already making money with. So I'm just going to put my two moving averages with GUMVRO. We need two moving averages. All right. Our fast moving average, which is our 10 exponential moving average, and our slow moving average, which is our 23 exponential moving average. Now, this is a confusion most of you guys used to have. Most of you guys used to say, no, how can the 10 exponential moving average, which is having a smaller period, instead be the faster moving average? That is because the smaller the period, the faster the moving average can react to price changes. All right. The smaller the period, the faster the moving average can react to price changes. So the smaller the period, that's where we call it the faster moving average, because that's the period that's going to show you the faster price change. So the one with the smaller period is always the one with the faster, that is going to react very quick to price changes in the market. So the red one is our 23 exponential moving average, and the green one or the blue one is our fast exponential moving average, which is the 10 exponential moving average. Now we need those two indicators to tell us the direction of the market and to also tell us where to get into the trade. And when we are already in a trade, we need another indicator to tell us when to jump into that particular trend, which is the Fibonacci or the Fibonacci 2, right? So in our case, we already confirmed cross right here. If I can zoom this out, let me just see if I can zoom this out for you guys to see. So we had a clear cross somewhere, very, very visible here. You guys can see that clear cross. Oh, I'm still on that. Let me just go on my arrow, and I'm going to bring this right down. And if I can zoom this out, let's zoom it out so that you guys can see. I'm just focusing on the current price as we speak. So we had a cross. Let me delete this. So we had a cross somewhere here. This is where we had our cross. And that was a confirmation of a sell trend. So even this market that is pulling against us is just pulling against our trend. So at the open of the market, we just have to play the waiting game. We have to play the waiting game to see if this trend is going to continue going down. Then if it continues going down, then good. We're going to wait for the market to do something like this, to continue from there, maybe continue going down. And then it forms what? It forms our lower heights, and from there we can then bring, as soon as it forms our lower heights and start going against us, we can then bring our fibs from here. Let's just bring our fibs. We can then plot our fibs from the most recent swing low to our most recent swing high, which is obviously going to be here, and we wait for the price to hit our fibs level. So long as the price moves into our 38 or 50 or 61% level, we're going to be looking to sell. That's if the market goes down. But if the market opens and it continues in a bullish trend, then simple, we're all going to be waiting for the moving averages, for our fast moving average to cross over our slow moving average, and then we're going to enter on a buy. And as simple as that. So we already know what we're going to be expecting on go as soon as the market opens. So we're just going to play the waiting game. Let's go to Euro USD. On Euro USD, you can see there's even a video I recorded on this particular pattern because I made a lot of money last week using all of this pattern you are seeing on your screen. Support and resistance. This support and resistance still works. It still works like magic. And this is a setup I used the whole of last week. The whole of last week, I was just trading just this pattern alone. The market, there was a change of structure right here where instead of the market in an uptrend, I confirmed a break of structure and we started having a lower or a bearish trend. So long as we are in a bearish trend, I'm only looking for sell trade. So the market bounced back on my resistance. I enter on a sell, got out on the risk to reward or 1:2. It came back again on my resistance, bounced back. I entered again on a sell, went out with the risk to reward or 1:2. The same thing happened. And by the close of the market, I already have a trade open on Euro USD. All right. So it's not yet late. It's not yet late for those of you guys who want to jump on this trade. But you only jump on this trade if the market opens and it retraces a little bit back to this area. Then you can enter on a sell, stop loss somewhere here, and you go for a risk to reward or 1:2. But for now, you can see I was already in a trade before the market closes on Friday. My stop loss was on 24 pips. Take profit on 50 pips because I was just using this particular simple support and resistance. And then I was just using moving averages just for points of confluences. And then let's quickly go to, we're just going to analyze about 6 or 7 pairs. And then we'll only check into other ones on the request. If there's any particular one you guys want us to look into it. So for this one, we can see very, very clearly that the market is trying to become bullish. So if I can zoom out very clearly here, I don't even need to zoom out. You can see very, very clearly that there was a moving average cross right here. And by the close of this candle, this was supposed to be your buy. So we're still going to jump into this particular trade at the open of the market. Remember, you have to always wait for at least 30 minutes as soon as the market has opened so that the spreads can be able to go down. If the market just opened and boom, you just jump into that trade, you're going to be burned out because the spreads are going to be too high. So wait for about 30 minutes when the spreads have balanced, and then we're going to be entering a buy on this particular trade. USD JPY. Very, very confident on this one. So we're going to enter on a buy, stop loss, reasonable. We're going to risk 30 pips on this trade. So let's risk 35 pips on this trade and go for 70 pips. Right? That is it. You need to give your trades room to breathe. Give your trades room to breathe. That's it. That's a trade we're going to be taking at the open of the market. Risk to reward or 1:2. If you are risking 1%, you're going for 2%. If you are risking 2%, you're going for 4%. You chew what you can swallow. Cut your cake according to your size. So I don't know how much you guys are going to be taking in terms of risks, but yes, that's the trade I'm going to be taking. I already have that on my watch list. Then let's go to Great Britain Pound USD just to see what's happening on Great Britain Pound USD. We already had a confirmation of a cross right here. We had a confirmation of a cross right here, which was a confirmation of a sell signal. So the market is currently on the sell. So at the open of the market, we're going to wait to see if the market is going to continue selling, and then we're going to wait for what the market to bring our lower high. Then our fibs is going to run from here to here, and then we wait for the market to pull to our fibs. Then we look for another sell opportunity. But if it continues, if the market opens and it continues going in a bullish direction, then it's simple. We're just going to wait for the moving averages to then cross, confirming an up direction, and we'll enter on that particular cross. It's as easy as that. And then once we enter on the cross, we're just going to wait for the market to go in our favor. Then when it brings another higher high, we're going to use that area as our most significant swing level for Fibonacci, and then we're going to jump in again. Because the Fibonacci 2 is simple. The market, let's just say if this is an uptrend, and then you're going to see something like this. Let me just use an empty space to explain it to you guys. I need this to be able to push up a little bit. Okay, and I just want to explain something to you guys. The importance of the Fibonacci 2. I don't use too many indicators, but the ones I use, keep it simple. Keep it simply stupid. Don't overcomplicate the game, right? Don't overcomplicate the game. So if I come here and I have a market which is in a bullish trend, is forming higher lows, higher heights, higher lows, higher heights, higher lows, higher heights, higher lows, higher heights. What I'll do at this point in time is, if the price is currently here and I see a swing coming down, what I'll do is I'll just run my fibs from here to here, and then I see if the market is going to retrace to my fibs level. So my fibs is going to be from my higher lows to my higher heights, something like this. And if I could have plotted that on this particular chart, you can see very, very clearly that the market pushed right down to my 50% level, and then the close of the first bullish candle is going to be my entry. So I'm going to enter here on a buy. That's how you use the Fibonacci tool. Let's go to Great Britain Pound AUD. Great Britain Pound AUD is clearly on a bullish trend. You can see we had our cross right here. You don't even need to go far. Just by looking, you can see that was a cross. If you enter here on a buy, as soon as that cross was confirmed, this was supposed to be your entry by the close of this candle right here. Your entry right there, stop loss below this particular candle, just somewhere here. You reach 20 pips on this trade, go for 40 pips. By now, you would have already been out of this trade. So this one would have been, boom, that's it. That one, you would have already been out of the trade very, very quick. And then once you're already out of the trade, your fibs level would have run from here to here, and then you see if this level would have respected your fibs level, close bullish, and then you enter here again. So at this point in time, as soon as the market opens, you're going to play the waiting game to see if the market is going to push back again. Then your fib is going to run from here to here. If it pushes back to your fibs level and close bullish, you're going to enter again on a buy position. But if the market opens and it continues going up without even pushing against you, then simple, you just wait for the market to push back, to continue pushing up. As soon as it produces a higher high, your fibs level is going to run from here to the next higher height, and you wait again for the next fibs level. Then let's go to Great Britain Pound JPY. After, we're going to quickly go to, obviously, NASDAQ. NASDAQ should be one you guys want to know. So here, we had a confirmation of a cross right down here, meaning the market is actually on a sell trend on Great Britain Pound JPY. But since it's on a sell trend on Great Britain Pound JPY, if we can run our fibs now from, since the market is on a sell, your fibs now will run from the most recent swing low to the most recent swing high. So if we can run our fibs from here to here, we can see very, very clearly that the market has actually let me plot my fibs very well. Yes, so the market has actually pushed right up to our 38% fibs level and then close bearish. So at the open of the market, this is what I'm waiting for, a small retracement back to this 38% level, and boom, I'm going to enter on a sell with confidence. So that's another signal I'm already seeing. At the open of the market, if the market does this, push a little bit back to our fibs level, then we're going to enter here on a sell, stop loss somewhere here, reach to reward a 1:2. But if it continues going down, that's where you play the waiting game. You wait for it to go down, wait for it to continue going down because you should already be late by then. Wait for it to go down and then produce your most significant swing low right down here. And then your fibs will run from here to here. you wait for it to push back to your fixed level, and you look for another sell opportunity. So that's another one we're going to play the waiting game. Let's see US 100. US 100 also stands for NASDAQ. NAS 100 is the same thing. US Tech is the same thing. NDX 100 is the same thing. US Cash is the same thing. So the all stands for the same thing, NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we don't even need to look and go far. We are in a clear downtrend. We had our cross right here, which the market is in a clear downtrend. So since it's in a clear downtrend, we can't jump into the trade right now because the trend is already extended. So we're going to wait for this to happen. The market should continue pushing down and then produce our most significant swing low. And then as soon as it starts pushing in the opposite direction, which is going to be the retracement, our Fibonacci 2 is going to run from here right down to here. That will be from here right down to here, and then we'll wait for it to push right up to our 38% level, 50 or 61% level, and then close bearish for us to take another sell opportunity if it continues pushing down. But if the market opens and it continues pushing down in the opposite direction, which is going to be in the buy direction, then this area at that particular point in time will become your most significant swing low. So your fib will instead run from here to here, and you wait for it to push to your fibs level for you to look for another sell opportunity. You keep looking for that sell opportunity, waiting for it to push back to your fibs level for you to look for that sell opportunity, unless the moving averages have crossed like what we had down here. You can see this was a typical buy trade. By the close of this candle, this would have been a buy. You enter stop loss around here, you go for a risk to reward or 1-2, you would have been already out of the trade. So those are the two scenarios we are watching on US 100. Nothing is going to happen by accident because we've already planned on both scenarios. If it goes up, we have a plan. If it goes down, we have a plan. We want to allow the market to do what it has to do. We are not trading what we want the market to show us, but we are trading what the market is showing us. Don't trade because, or don't take decisions you want the market to show you. Take decisions the market is showing you. All right. You can't trade what you want to see instead of what the market is showing you. You might come with your own ideas, but when the market is unfolding, bro, go with the flow. Trade with what the market is telling you. Trade with what the market is showing you. So that is that with those major currency pairs, and that's how I'm going to plan for my week. That's just using one strategy, which is our GU-MVRO strategy. Then throughout the week in Golub University, we're going to do live sessions where we're going to be trading with GU-ORB, GU trend. We're going to be using other strategies. Even on my side, I'm going to be using other strategies as well, and also robotic. I also have a robot, which I have a portion of my portfolio. So I have 2 FTMO accounts, which I've already purchased. Last week, I lost one of my FTMO accounts, so I've purchased one. And that one is going to be run 100% with a robot, with Petrex Pro. All right, you guys know, you've seen testimonials in Discord. That's the only robot that comes with a Discord community of about 7,000 traders that are using the robot. So that robot is going to be running strictly my FTMO account because it's accepted by all prop firms. Then with my other accounts, I'm going to be using my manual strategies. So that is that. That's how I plan for my week. That's how I'm going to be planning my week. So let me know if you have any question on the comment section. Okay, so someone says the most important thing is to backtest the strategy, and if it works more than the loss, then that's your way to go. I already have a good strategy which works for me. Perfect. Glad to hear that. Mr. Golov, which time frame is it? I'm using the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. I'm on Euro USD now with that same strategy, and it's working as hell. Perfect. Can you see? I'm not the only one crushing it with GU MVRO. This is someone already on the same trade I just mentioned I took. That's someone on the same trade. Someone on the same trade. So let's see. Can you guys hear me clearly? Because it seems my computer was freezing a little bit. Can you guys hear me clearly? Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, please. All right, so you guys can hear me. That's a good thing. So someone is just saying it there that the strategy works like magic. Please go on my channel. The strategy is on my channel. Start with my free YouTube channel, and then obviously after that you join Golov University so that you can understand these strategies. Right? You can understand these strategies, and we can be able to go live together. Okay, I'm just going to see. Okay, this person says, okay, thank you for the knowledge, boss. Okay. It is JPY, Ole or USD JPY. Okay, Edward, I think Edward is asking about the safe haven currency. The safe haven currency is JPY. Okay, 1023. Please upload after your live, please. Yes, the video will still be up after the live session because many traders will be coming back to watch the video to plan for the week. So the video is still going to be up after the live session. What time frame are you using? I've already answered that. Please, this guy, that's not how you trade. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what this guy is talking about. I don't know the strategy he's talking about. JD Accessories, are you with him? Okay, let's see. Oh, so you use FIBS when there's a break of structure. Not only when there's a break of structure, preliminary, I'll only use the FIBS to know when to jump into a particular trend. I use my moving averages to confirm the trend, then the FIBS will come in to tell me when to jump into that particular trend. That's how I use the FIBS. So listening carefully as if he is gambling with the market, but he knows what he's doing precisely. Okay, JD, I still don't understand your point. I don't know if you're asking a question or you're making clarifications on something. That's none of your business. Oh, I see people are okay. They're arguing about something. Okay. I see you guys don't have too many questions. Okay. Oh, there are a lot of questions down here. This is the same strategy you use to pass prop firm accounts. I have many strategies, sir. I have many strategies, but this is just one of my very profitable strategies. I have many strategies. I have many approaches in the market. This is 10 years of trading, and I have many ways I approach the market. But GUMVRO is one of the flagship strategies in Golov University. So tell us how to set it. The video is already on my page. I'm just selecting the question to see which one is worth answering. You are the best in the game. Even Google said it. Wow, I'm glad people are already Googling me. I'm sure they're asking for the best Forex trader or the best Forex mentor or the best Forex teacher or trainer or something. And my name is popping up as number one. So I'm glad to hear that. Why every time I fail the second phase? Why every time? Okay, someone says, why is that anytime he passes his prop firm account phase one, he fails phase two? Now, at that point in time, you're getting closer to funding, right? You're getting closer to the funding stage. That's why the adrenaline is rushing in, the pressure is rushing in. Now you're already telling yourself, oh, I just need to make 5%, and you are changing your rules, you're changing your plan. That's why you end up not passing phase two. It's the same thing. You can pass phase one, phase two. The moment you go live, you blow that account in one day. It's the same reason. I don't know why my live session is lagging behind a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why the video is lagging, but it is. We just have to finish. We can't stop and start again. We just have to manage and finish the session. So always respect the same thing that got you to phase two. Do the same thing. Don't be under pressure. Execute your system and remove the emotional part of trading. Remove the monetary part of trading from it. That's why you go live and blow the same live account the same day, because now you are trading emotionally. Now you have money on the line. All right. Someone is asking about what about LFP. I've already addressed this many times. So we lost our license, our MT5 license again. And for now, we haven't been able to secure another MT5 license. So LFP is paused because we lost our MT5 license. Will this work on gold? I just did an analysis on gold and I showed you guys. Teach us one of your best strategies, sir. I've already taught you guys many of my strategies. All the strategies on my pages are strategies that are working. Pick the one which is going to work best for you and stick to it. What if the market retraces back to the Phipps level and close as an indecision candle? Do you also take the trade? It has to close either bullish or bearish if it is a bullish or a bearish market. That is it. Those are the rules. If you are in a bullish market and the market has been going up and it pushes back to your Phipps level, it has to push back to your Phipps level and you see a bullish candle close. That is it. If it's an indecision candle, then you move to another candle, you wait for the next candle to give you a decision. It has to be a decision candle, not an indecision candle. So it says, I'm currently demo trading and I use some of your free signals and so far have hit all TPs. Your analysis and signals are fire. Wow, I'm glad to hear this. I'm glad to hear this. I'm glad to hear this. That's awesome. That's awesome. Then just imagine what happens in my VIP community. If my free signals can hit TP like this, just imagine what happens in my free Telegram, in my VIP Telegram community, where you get up to 10 signals per day. Okay. All right. I think most of the questions I'm seeing are the same questions I've already answered. Okay. So that is that, guys. Make sure you trade with caution as the week comes up. That's how I plan for my week. I just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of what I'm going to be watching throughout the week. Okay, someone also says here, he says, I use ORB in New York session on BTC. 1:3. Wow, 1:7. Risk to reward. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. 1:7. Risk to reward. Yes, I'm actually on a trade on BTC. I wish I can share my screen. I'm actually on that same trade on BTC. I'm actually on, my phone is actually currently on charge. I'm actually on a trade on BTC, but not with ORB, but it's doing very well. It's doing very well. So that strategy is even a strategy you can use on Saturdays and Sunday. All right, Saturdays and Sunday is still going to work like magic. It's going to work like magic. It's going to work like magic. And someone you can see with risk to reward of 1:7. That's crazy, bro. Meaning even before the market opens, you must have already passed your funded account. You must have already secured enough to just rest for the entire week. 1:7. That's the strategy. Free strategy I taught you guys on YouTube. GUORB. Ajay, you can see Ajay, he's making a killing out of that strategy. So if you have a 100K, okay, someone is asking a question again. Okay, there's one up here. The question. Please don't spam the comment section. If you ask your question once, you don't need to repeat it. I'm going chronologically. So if you spam the comment section, that's when I'm going to instead skip it. So just waiting to be confident enough and save enough funds to register with you. All right, Golov University await you. Golov University await you. You can always join Golov University at any time where we're going to do live sessions together. We're going to trade together. So if you have a 100K account, shall I take 1% of this daily drawdown amount? 1%. If you have a 100%, or if you want, if you have a 100K Profirm account, now if the Profirm is giving you a 5% daily drawdown, you should put a benchmark yourself to stop at 4% drawdown. Meaning you should tell yourself that, okay, if I'm down by 4%, I should stop for that day. Don't wait until you hit 5% because obviously you lost the account by then. Meaning if you are risking 1% per trade, which is what I advise, or at most 2%, you know, okay, 1%, it means that day you can only take a maximum of 4 trades. Meaning if all don't go your way, you only lost 4% of your account. But if all go your way, you're going to make 8%. Or even if you just have a 50% win rate, you win 2, you're going to make 4%, and you lost 2, you're going to lose 2%. So you still end the day with plus 2%. All the strategies I've taught you guys on my free YouTube channel, they all have a win rate of 50% and above. So with that mindset, you can already see money you're going to be leaving on the table, or you can already see money you're going to be making. So Abby says, please, what is your advice about the instant funded on Funded Next? Have you checked the rules? Okay, personally, I've checked the rules and the account size was something that just turned me off. The max account is $20,000. So when I'm trading with, with instant funding, nothing less than $50,000, nothing. So it was just the fact that their max account was $20,000, and they don't allow the use of EAs. Bro, I'm a robotic person sometimes. I want to still be able to use my EAs. So they don't allow the use of EAs, which is why I also it was just a turn off for me. So they don't allow the use of EAs, and their max account size is $20,000. So that was a no-no for me, and the reason why I wouldn't trade the instant funded account with Funded Next. Bro, I have already entered a sale. Okay, bro, I've already entered a sale on XAU USD. What do you think? I can't say anything because, like I said, we are not expecting the market to gap up and down. So the market is just going to open where it opened last week. And based on the analysis we've done, you'll be able to know if the market is going to continue selling or buying. But we are not expecting the market to gap up or down. Okay, guys, so make sure you're part of Golov University, because since my live session is breaking a little bit, we're going to continue most of this in Golov University within a week. And I'm going to be crushing it this week with Patrex Pro. Make sure you get yourself Patrex Pro, bro. Even if it's just the monthly license. Even if you're just going for the monthly license, get yourself a copy of Patrex Pro. That is the 3 years in a row award-winning robot. You can use it on your private account as well as your pro-firm account. And then Golov University is there if you want me to mentor you one-on-one. Make sure you are part of my free Telegram community. And if there's anything that has to do with me, it will be on the link or the link tree on my bio or on the video description. Any other thing or any other person claiming to be me, it's a scam. Don't go and buy Patrex Pro from any other cheap website. You're going to be buying the pirated version, which they're going to use it to scam you. Because from what we've noticed, some scammers will come to Golov University, they buy Patrex Pro, and then they go and create fake websites, and they sell it for maybe $50. They sell it for a very cheap price. But what they've done is they've cracked the robot and they've put viruses behind. The moment you install it on your computer, they're going to use it to steal your information. So please be very, very careful. Don't look for shortcuts. If you want to use Patrex Pro, the only website you can get it through is Golov University/Patrex Pro, and you find the link on the video description. Make sure you join my free Telegram community, my VIP Telegram community, if you want VIP signals from me. And as always, I will see you guys on my Instagram. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, because I update on my Instagram on a daily basis or on an hourly basis based on the trades I'm taking. Peace.